information as to what Flash will do. And at this stage, maybe you shouldn't even be worried about the map. You should be the much stronger team here. Sixer will open things up as he jumps out the apartments. Nice work with the Glock. There are flashbangs coming through. Equal exchanges for now. Scream doing what he can, but Attacker surely gets dropped here. And it looks like ENVYUS will be picking up the pistol case. And Summer now on the rotations. They have got a kit to work with as Scream gets the plant down.
Important plant. Happy going to try to go to his old tactics of lurking after the post plant as well. Sixers got Pick covered off with Scream and a crossfire, and Happy, if he sleeps out from Boiler right now, would be perfectly positioned and easily so. Oh my goodness, please. At 8 HP, just one bullet, Happy. We'll take him down. Good shot from Kaze. Taps away at Scream himself. Tagged to 73. He'll continue on. No armor. Does have the kits. Has a smoke as well. If he could isolate this to a one-on-one, he could try and take advantage of that. He's going to try it anyway. Remember, he's on 22, so it wouldn't take much to take him down. He's still going to hold it. He's going to hold it. Oh, they went in with the knife, but Sixer hits the shot anyway.
Thought a bit close for comfort there, but ENVYUS with a sloppy exchange at the very start. Trades coming through, and Scream has stepped up there as he managed to find a couple of important picks. The bomb gets planted, and Flash, they're going to be competitive at the start of the round, but it all started to fall apart as Happy comes in with the flank from Boiler. Here we go then, that's a good start for ENVYUS, just what they need. The second round Force Buy will come through for Flash Gaming, and we'll see CZ's Desert Eagles come out. Kaze is the AWPer, he will be not purchasing anything more than the upgraded pistol on the ENVYUS side. 1 AK-47, 6 with the Galil, and 3 MAC-10s. That is a common trend for ENVYUS. They do focus a lot on that MAC-10 and the MP9 on the CT side. They'll go towards Banana, try and bully their way in here, and they cannot afford to lose this round. It'll be crushing to the morale as RPK throws some interesting flashbangs there. That's actually quite a little nifty one. Bounces just behind the wall, allows them to run around the corner. Molotovs at the sandbags. They know that Banana, at least the top of it, is clear for now, and they can fully execute if they so wish.
Can't quite land. A shot to Summer of Karsa. Bomb heads back toward A instead. Lovey will take up position in the A site, but be entirely alone for now. Summer will start his rotation back toward the arch. Potential certainly there if they want to push through the arch and head back to B, but that's so with very little information remaining to his stack. So good kill importantly for Happy. Karsa will therefore take position at Tree. That'll catch them off when they run in from CT, should he not be caught first from anyone walking in from the Banana itself. And he was a little bit worried about that. Didn't have his attention turned. XMS is able to take him down easily. Checks it on the way by.
It looks like the round is almost over, Matthew. There will be one player remaining for Flash Gaming. That's Lovey as he goes down. 3 kills picked up towards the end, and it will be quite a difficult affair for the next round for Flash Gaming. It's going to be a full eco, I'm afraid. The Force Buy does find a couple, but that's about it. Remember, the loser of this one map will be exiting the tournament. Almost has to be Flash Gaming. ENVYUS can't go out in this sort of manner. Didn't qualify for the previous major in Krakow. Didn't even make it to the qualifier itself. They went out in the minor.
Yeah, and it was an abysmal performance, similar to what we saw yesterday from them, in fact, where they just looked lost. They looked very lost. And remember that previous major had just 3 spots available from the European minor, and they didn't even get bonus position that was due to their roster shuffle in the first place.
I'll talk over this round. It's a full eco. It's just bizarre. You've got double major champion in the form of Happy, right? And Scream, one of the most celebrated aimers in the entire game. RPK, one of the biggest veterans CSGO has to date. And up-and-coming names like XMS, who actually seems to be getting better and better as the months go by. And Sixer, not the world's best AWPer, but a safe pair of hands. They should be doing so much better than what they currently are. It just doesn't add up. And like I said, when the Scream interview comes in, he goes, oh, what's going wrong here? What's the problem? I don't know. It's like, it just doesn't fill me with confidence. It's not good enough. And with the backing they have and everything, 3% Organ Esports, you think it'd all come together. They've got everything available to them. But for this round at least, as I finish my rant there will be 4 players, make it 3, surviving so far as the bomb's planted. Lovey picks up yet another kill. He's down to 6 to win this round. Greatest of shots, but he does get it done, 3-0. And we'll see whether Flash Gaming can get it done in the first gun round here. As we go into round number 4, the AWP will come out for Kaze, of course. It can be a very, very powerful weapon on the CT side of Inferno, not so much the T side, as we spoke about the last couple of days. And UMPs coming out for the CT side. That's the issue with force buy in the second round. I don't really think you should be doing it if you're the underdog team here. To be fair, like there's always an argument for it. If you do win that round of the Deagles, it's amazing. But when you're the underdog, I always prefer just to make sure I have full guns available to myself. And that first gun, round 6, trying to take down the AWP here. That's a really brave move by him. He's obviously crouching. He's lined up the shot already. When he stands up, he can pre-fire essentially, and hoping that he blows off the head of the AWP. But missed the shot, and down he goes. Didn't have to take that duel. Wasn't required, but there it is.
So K's posted toward the arch. We'll watch top middle. But no sooner do we get his view than a smoke lands in front of it, so he's got to back off for now. XMS out, excuse me, I was going to say library, but from apartments jumping away from the pit. So interestingly enough, there's no one in pit, but tries to just get out and get information to clear top middle and the wall. So different approach to it. Don't know if I'd call it a success in that he finds anyone, but he does get position, and RPK is going to get Summer as well. Normally fancy one inside of Banana. He was the only one because he was so deep, and they may be aware of that as well. Based on his positioning, yes, they are. They're certainly going to rush it right in, expecting that they were going for the 4-man rotation toward A, and they've anticipated correctly. They've got a smoke down. Karsa's locked out. Tagged as well for that smoke because his tracers well and truly visible.
Now that's the bomb being planted. Good smokes deployed here, but no utility. Well, there's a Molotov, I beg your pardon. So RPK prefers to move towards coffins, which I'd imagine would be the most logical place to throw it, or towards CT spawn. As you can see at the very bottom of Banana, we do have Happy, I believe, of course. And there's a good shot from Caves, but it'll be held at bay by the Molotov. They'll have to focus towards the Ruins position at this stage. Can they find the frags? I'm not so sure. It'll be up to Caves to try and find the opener. But XMS with that MAC-10, he can cause a lot of damage. Not many helmets available to the CTs now at 2-on-2. He should find one more kill. They're shooting each other, Matt, as they do go down. And the war cry comes out from ENVYUS, as they are 0-2 right now in terms of the tournament, but they're up 4-0 on this particular map. Fighting for tournament life here. Happy, the in-game leader, maybe praising his team for their great work there. It's a bonus round of sorts after going down 5-4. Like I said, Sixer does not have to take that duel. He does not have the AWP there, but tried to take it anyway. Kays finds 2 kills in the round, but good utility usage there with the Molotov. Secures the round for the French side. And we'll see Deagles and No Armor come out for Flash Gaming here. Should almost certainly be a 5-0.
Be seemingly more vocal than what we saw yesterday as well.
Be, at this point, I was about to say you've got nothing to lose. You've got the tournament to lose, but he just has to go all in. He has to forget what's happening, right?
If they think they're lost, he's the one that needs to lead them. That's his job, literally. So good to see him at least taking the helm today. Perhaps says that they've got their mentality.
This lineup was first formed, right? And they played against G2 online in Pro League, right?
Smoked them.
They beat them. We're like, wow, this team can actually do something, but ever since then, there hasn't really been much at all.
To be fair, that was on, I think, Cobblestone, and Scream dropped like 34 frags.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, it still gave us hope that, okay, hang on, we don't just have a top French team and then the leftovers. We could still have 2 decent rosters from this, but these guys are
like I said, I don't even think I'm exaggerating. I think this will be the last big tournament we see these guys play, and at least with this 5-man lineup, I don't see it ever coming to a tournament again. It feels like they're checked out mentally. And
there's a bunch of French players keen to get.
It feels like there's another French revolution coming, perhaps. Like, I think if GT do well this tournament, they won't necessarily change anything, but ENVYUS almost certainly will.
Happy with the second pick of the round to put an important website again. They're going to go away from pit, so they're shying from that position to get out of apartments just to get vision inside of the site. Just to get one back on XMS. Meanwhile, Scream has cleared B-bomb as their point comes in. Round certainly done.
Absolutely. Happy gets the penultimate kill there. It's going to be Karsa. Dead now, of course, as he drops now in CT spawn. 5-0. ENVYUS will be able to dictate the pace now and just have a lot more freedom than what they've been used to in this tournament so far. So, maximum loss bonus coming in for the CT forces, meaning they can have the AWPs. 2 of those, in fact. It's actually G2. As we just mentioned, who used to run this setup originally when the map was kind of reintroduced into the map pool.
Sixer, AWP, standard position. Peeking on the flash side. In fact, they're going to start off with 3 inside of Banana with a double-up setup. Try and get aggressive. Unfortunately, Kays is found. Lucky is as well. And they've got to get falling off of this position. Excuse me, it wasn't Kays that went down, it was Karsa, but falling off of this because B is wide open. Lock the doors. Envy's got the sight.
Yeah, indeed. I don't think Attack will be able to do much with this. Wonderful shot there from Sixer. Doors are officially locked. No one can leave. As Kays will have to fall back.
And fall to Happy, who's lurking.
Yeah, of course he is. That's what he does best, man.
A little late, but he'll still get a kill from it, and they took the site very convincingly, so I don't think he has to worry about that. Okay, he's down, no op saved, and 6-0 for Team ENVYUS.
Yeah, well, they should be winning this game. It will be no surprise or upset if they do this one, and that will be the beginning of their journey. They will need to win 3 games in a row. Oh, a sigh of relief there from RVK. Is he all right?
A little tired?
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, out dancing all night, was he?
Je suis fatigué?
Yes, exactly. But there we go. Tactical timeout, I'd assume, for Flash Gaming. We'll find out. There it is, indeed. And now they need to work out all the players. Sure, they have the maximum loss bonus. If you're not familiar with the money system in CSGO, let's explain it very quickly. We've got some time. Each round, you start with $1,400, and if you lose a round, you then get $1,900. It goes up in increments of $500 each time, up until a maximum of $3,400. So just to reiterate, start at $1,400, ends at $1,400, ends at $3,400. And then on the CT side, that's not even enough to get a full buy. But Summer's gone for an auto shotgun, man. Can you explain this one to me? Have you ever seen anything like it?
I have. Don't know that I've seen it to be an amazing decision.
No, okay.
Alligator?
Indeed. We'll see whether that can cause any damage here. Summer with the auto shotgun. Just to note, they haven't force ball here. They leave themselves about 2K, knowing they get that, I've mentioned, $3,400 in the next round. But
I did think it would be near apartments, but I thought it would be like aggressive in apartments. He's actually just sitting on balcony.
so it's Attacker that's dropped over it. He's got under $400. He's given it to Summer. Is Summer like a specialist with the auto shotgun? Is that what we're finding out?
You never know. I'm a specialist with the Negev. So
That's true. Like, you can't be touched with that weapon. Attacker goes down, and now it's all up to Kays with the flank. He's going to take that screen almost certainly. Might get a double. It's Sixer!
That's going to hurt.
Yeah, he had a chance to win the round. And that's actually the bomber as well. That could have been it turned on his head.
And there was 2 guns available, AK or AWP.
But
had he
maybe
gotten that kill.
It's all for the best map because it leaves Summer with the 3 versus 1. He can show us what he can really do with
the
this weapon.
shotgun.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
Here we go.
It was all for a plan.
Always not going to do well here. Down he goes. 3, 2, 1. Oh! I take it back. There it is. No, keep it. Thinking about it.
Once the yeah, he did hesitation perhaps.
No, well that's going to be 1 kill. You get $900 for each kill with a shotgun. Any of the shotguns. We've got 3 of them in CS:GO. Oh, is it 4 of them? Auto shotgun, sword off, Nova. Max 7. There's 4.
There's 4.
Who would have thought there's 4
And then there's the AWP, which
yeah,
if you're Kenny S, you use like a shotgun.
that's true. So he can have a chance to win this one. Unfortunately, no kits. He has got a smoke though. Will be Summon out, making his way towards the site. He has to hit 2 pretty outrageous shots here to stand any sort of chance. Not going to happen though. Happy takes him down. 7-0 now, and they will be able to buy into the next round. His Scream getting it done with the opening couple of frags here. Good work. And the corner takes him down. Scream has been having a very poor tournament so far, especially against Renegades, you remember. His aim was just off, and usually I wouldn't comment on people's aim generally, but obviously Scream's got such a reputation of being one of the most brutal aimers of all time in CSGO, and he just hasn't turned up this tournament whatsoever so far. So we're hoping to see him get into the tournament more and more. He's definitely a fan, and if he does find form, it can be quite the show to watch. So let's see what he can do here as the double orb setup comes out once again for Flash Games. Lovely looking to challenge here. Flashbangs come through, and it will surely take it down here. There it is. Scream finds it. An Attacker. Oh, that's XMS pass. He did have the MAC 10 there. So that's actually, we were talking a little bit early about specialists with the shotguns. XMS does actually like to buy the MAC 10s, even though he has plenty of money there. You can see he's got $600. Even though he knows he's going to buy, he's happy to run around the MAC 10 and try and find cheesy frags, if you like.
Cheesy frags and make some money doing it.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to back off to the arch. No utility, but a slow reaction.
Gotta
I
hit
thought
those.
for sure, yeah. Looking tense and timid, perhaps, from Flash.
Yeah, like he should be 100% dead happy, but somehow doesn't get taken down. That's one of the biggest misses of the tournament. We get into round number 8, the smokes come out. This is what Happy does best. This is what he's famous for. Lurking is what this is called. He'll just try and show that he's got some sort of presence towards A. They shouldn't rotate from the bomb site, but Summer, that secondary op, does find 1 kill. Horrible smoke thrown towards the top of B there. That's going to do absolutely nothing for the CTs. Massive gap as RBK and co start to rotate. Man advantage for pretty much the first time since the pistol for Flash. And we'll see if they can capitalize here. Happy called for the rotations. They will be committing towards A. 30 seconds remaining. Molotov's deployed. RBK is going to be the point man here. And he'll be taken down. They took the bomb site here. To Attacker to find a couple of frags, which he will do. 3 versus 1 now. Happy left in the impossible situation with 15 seconds remaining. He can't do it. Grabbing the bomb. Summer takes him down from the library. 7-1. Finally, Flash Gaming post their first round.
I thought Carson was going to grab the AK there. He actually just got the utility and didn't risk. Perhaps he thought the timing, he might lose his. I'm not sure, press E. But either way, Summer keeps the AWP. The problem is that only 2 stay alive, so we are on a full reset, 7-1. And this will be a very difficult and must-win round for Flash Gaming if they want to pull this half anywhere near into contention. So Scream starts off with the AK. Happy, taking a different course of approach. In fact, he's going to get back up toward the kitchen and try and spot into window for any aggression thrown their way, and they may get some as well because Attacker's on the stairs, but Scream's already in Boiler. Oh, Attacker had his back turned. Couldn't catch it in time. Consider himself lucky, Attacker, to get away from that.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see whether Flash Gaming can string a couple of rounds in a row here. Certainly required, as Kay's in a great position. I'm not sure what the play is here from ENVYUS, just enjoying themselves running around. Kay's in front of the smoke there. Will take down RBK, but they have got full control of the A-bomb site. Nice plant coming through, making sure he gives nothing away. Toss towards Library, and this is a very difficult retake. Happy as ever, watching the back lines, looking for anyone rotating from the banana side of the map. Kay's towards Quad, and this is looking like a very strong round for ENVYUS, as Happy finds the key frags there. Sixer chimes in as well. 3 versus 2 now. Remember, no kits available, and these 2 players are going to have to save. They'll have absolutely no money to work with in the next round. They need the AWP. The FAMAS, not ideal, but at least it's something to take into round number 10.
Yeah, better than nothing, I suppose, if we want to be optimistic, but you're right, this was a must-win round. Good kill from Summer to keep himself alive. And the rest, the remaining 4, will carry their weapons into the next round. Sixer has the AWP on the T side still as well. Not that their money's in any sort of trouble at this point.
No, Happy's just shy of $13,000. Like we said, XMS of MAC-10s. He's got plenty of cash as well. This is looking like a guaranteed victory for ENVYUS. But Flash, what's the play going into this round? Are they going to force around the AWP and the FAMAS? Doesn't look to be the case. They've left themselves about $1,500 per player. And we'll see what happens as Summer has to step up here tremendously. He can't sit back and rest on his laurels here, ladies and gentlemen. He has to get it stuck in at the very start of the round, trying to find that first pick. RPK, he's feeling brave. Goes through the flames and the smoke. Good nade, though. Oh, my goodness. Those CTs just got wrecked. They're going to have to challenge now as even more Molotovs come through. Hayes has been locked in, but he kicks the door down and does go down eventually, but eventually there will be 2 opening picks of the CZ. That was not bad at all.
Bad at all. Considering as well they were needed and Molotov in that corner, had to be put in a situation where it was fight or die, and made it work. So Happy back to his old tricks, old tactics, but he might be one-upped. Attacker is all the way down on the opposing side. Forget timing, he may get the second one. Because they're not going to expect him to be there. He's heard it. Oh, I'm surprised he takes that shot. So much distance.
Yeah.
And he had all day to sneak in behind them. All that does is signal to Happy that, oh, sorry, Attacker is there.
CZ not known for its great range, and Sixer misses the first, but nails the second. Lovey goes down, 3 versus 2. There definitely was a chance to win this round. I guess with someone on the AWP, there is still a slight chance. Sixer, that's a very interesting move, as Happy already goes down here as well. You can see ENVYUS aren't really playing properly. I know that sounds a bit strange, but this is not Counter-Strike that I'm really getting very excited about at this stage. Running around 1 by 1 into key choke points, and now leaving XMS with a difficult task, clutching out 2 versus 1. Needs to be careful. That smoke's dissipated behind him. He seems to have no idea. I'm not sure what he's up to there. He just lets himself be fully exposed to CT spawn, focusing on walking into the B bomb site, but he does get it planted, goes down to 60 points of health. Knows the cast has made his way towards ruins. He pretty much gets a kill blow here. Oh my goodness, it was a bit dicey map, but he hits it. And now in a 1 versus 1 against Summer. Remember, they didn't really invest too much into this round. Summer has got the kit and the AWP. She upgrades to the AK-47. They're fired up at least. They're shouting. That's positive signs.
Only a 1 versus 1. Closest it's gotten for Flash in a while. Money's desperate, but you'd almost expect that a force could be possible. Not exactly recommended, but 11 rounds in. Need to start getting some on the board on the CT side, especially on Inferno. That said, they're going to keep their money level, so they'll buy a few pistols, no armor except for attacker, excuse me. So he goes Deagle armor. Puts them in a position to buy next round, no problem. 4 off the start as a result of that. 4 Flash Gaming toward A, and they'll get aggressive toward Boiler and the wall at top mid.
Difficult scenes now. Flash Gaming, they can feel this tournament slipping out of their grasp map. Pistols in hand, and maybe that's enough. Lovey takes down XMS. Good start, but can he convert it to success?
Good start, but you're right, they still don't have weapons to work with it. He's got his work done to get Boiler covered off. Happy's still inside of the apartments. At this point, they should be expecting that almost, but the other 3 head to B. They'll be greeted by equal members, but lesser weapons. Crossfire set. Karsa's going to play Fountain with Summer waiting as well, boosted up. It's attacker to rotate around and play off of that. Doesn't need to peek from Coffins, and as such, that allows Scream to further go slow enough. He's able to solve it. Lovey's found Happy, so he did anticipate the lurk correctly. He's got an AK-47, but he's got to get on his horse quickly and run. Summer, good find on Scream. Still in this with a chance. In fact, still demand advantage. It's 2-2 inside of the site, however, because they're still waiting for Lovey. Case does not need to force the issue. Goes for it anyway, knowing the planting the bomb, and nearly gets 6 or 4 at 9 HP and 54. Lovey has no armor, but that AK is a problem. Oh, they've hurt him. Forced forward by the Flash to get to coverage at the top of Banana. Molotov out. It will isolate Sixer. He could desperately try and find him in behind Nubox. Knows he's there in that direction somewhere. Spots his shoulder. Repeat comes out, but RPK's got the angle instead.
A little bit dicey. Good work, though, by Flash Gaming to get the opening picks and make ENVYUS very uncomfortable. There was a slight chance there with the AK-47 to clutch it out towards the end, but doesn't happen. RPK gives the nod that he is indeed fine. Everything is okay. 10-1. Money comes back in to favor of Flash Gaming. If you are just joining us, it is the 0-2 game here in the Swiss format. 1 map loss for either of these teams will mean they're out of the tournament, looking very likely to be Flash Gaming, and fair play to them. They came in last minute to replace Tyloo. So it's not that they were prepared for the tournament. I don't think it's their full lineup. It's just been like, guys, you can get to the major, you're in. So thank you to them for filling in the very last moment. And this might be their final few rounds here.
Looking likely indeed. Down. Both top mid and at the arch. Hayes decides to play behind them in safety. That's going to allow them to wrap on toward arch. Excuse me, onto one side, and rightfully so. Attacker is absolutely dominating. Finally, inside of the pit, they get something working. Remember, they weren't playing there. An Attacker with yet another ace, his second in the event. And this one, I would say, more impressive as he mows down from 2 angles.
Well, this is quite good, wasn't it? Some signs of life, at least, for Attacker. Wonderful work there. Holds strong in the pit as he manages to get 5 kills there. Kicks out that USP to finish things off. A little wall bang to get the killing blow there. Like we said, their money is very strong for ENVYUS, and so is Happy. He's on 16 kills, 6 deaths. And oh, he does go down to a CZ here, so maybe not as strong as I originally thought. Some of the rounds have been close. Flashbang towards middle allows the AK to peek towards, not the T-steps, but you can look towards the underpass. K's now ready and waiting. He gives the CZ, of course, to XMS. Like we mentioned before, he loves that sort of weaponry. That's where he thrives, it seems. 10-2. Flash Gaming, I can't stress enough, they do need to convert it to a victory. It won't be the end of the world if they do lose this round. They did keep all 5 players alive, I believe, with the ace there from Attacker. So, although it wouldn't be ideal, it wouldn't necessarily be double eco.
For Sixer, rather thrown by Sixer for RPK. That'll put him toward the barrels. Continues to look. Not find outside of Boiler. And he'll back off. This time it looks like they'll play a 5-man unit, take toward B. Money's not amazing. The last few rounds have definitely been tighter, including that of a win for Flash in the most previous. 3 digits if they do lose this, which is why they're leading toward that 5-man execution. They would be sitting on an eco, and Flash would have a chance to at least close this down, best case, to 10-5.
Indeed. 25 seconds, in we go towards that B bomb site. Summer can hear them all scuttling into the bomb site, and once again, they just don't look towards CD spawn. Their timing's a little bit off those smokes, Matt, and it could come back to haunt the 3 versus 3 now. Bomb gets down in a scrappy manner, and K's lighting them up with the AK-47.
Advantage goes back toward Flash, despite Summer being slow and timid and making the mistakes of trying to get the right shot. Attacker manages one more. It's all onto RPK. Successful so far as he takes down Case, but he's low on HP, and Lovey's got the shot. It will be an eco for ENVYUS, and Flash might have bought themselves a bit of a life in this game.
That was an abomination of a B execution. The fact that they don't even have the awareness as to when they threw the smoke grenade, running in with their backs exposed to CT spawn, where all the CT's going to be, allowing K's to get 2 kills from here, no awareness, the flank could be coming in. It's just horrible at times for ENVYUS. This is not a team that looks like they've got former major champions within it. It all falls apart. 10-3, and the money's not great here for ENVYUS. Still a very good half, don't get me wrong. And I know they're going to win this game. I'm not delusional in that sense. It's just like, if I just don't see this team making it to the final round of 16 in its current form. There's just too many holes to be plugged and not enough time to sort them all out. Won't be the force buy from ENVYUS. Deagles, CZs, flashbangs, but I don't think they've necessarily gone all in here. They've left themselves about 2K. As Flash Gaming looking to find 10-5 here.
Okay, sitting well back, waiting for aggression, which there will be, but not, I think, that carelessly, to walk all the way down toward the T-stairs without much information. Group and gather for ENVYUS, and an additional deep smoke, so 2 now have been deployed all the way down Banana. Timer on the play, therefore, for Lovey, but he's hoping to be baited as well, perhaps by Karsa, who sits at the barrels. Eventually he'll grow tired of that, retreat further back in.
Well, no map control really obtained. They have cleared apartments at least, but it looks like they're heading towards Banana eventually. Problem is, CT's are ready and waiting. Lovey in exposed position though. Might boost his teammate towards that wall position. They'll fall back as the flashbangs come through. Incendiary drop to buy them some time and space, and maybe some frags as well. Scream with a nice shot with the Desert Eagle, takes down Lovey, and that gives them a rifle. They can start the snowball from this point. The rotations will come through from the CT forces, but no smoke deployed to the CT spawn just yet. There it is, it comes through, and 6 with a nice shot. And Attacker, I feel like he just goes through the smoke and push he shall. Gets 1 frag, but taken down. 3 versus 2 now. AWP in the hands of Summer. That is not ideal as he misses a shot there. 6 will try and capitalize, which he will. And it will be a partial buy victory for Team ENVYUS. Flash Gaming drop the ball as we go into round number 15. Their money will be okay. K's will be on 2K, with the rest of them hovering around $5,000.
So a win from Envy that didn't look likely, and mistake from Flash, because that was their best chance to, again, I mentioned it, get to 10-5. Which, okay, going to the T side on Inferno, based on how well Envy's played against them, may not matter, but at least gives them more optimism. Standard positions XMS toward all middle to watch Boiler. Happy gets up on the ledge to see above the window. Okay, will hold station at the T stairs. In fact, no contest toward Banana from either side. Karsa forced back by just a single nade and a deep smoke with RPK, not willing to chance the win early. Continue to tap away, or try to. The barrel position. Happy seems to have other ideas. Wants back over to his apartments. He's going to go Boiler, and XMS will go apartments, so they'll converge. Lovey's got to be this. Lovey, oh, certainly heard XMS need in his hand. And the Molotov that went in by Happy meant that he couldn't even swing out to try and re-peek. Lovey, good shot on Kays, and he'll just get away. That's fair enough. Trade it out, get it back to level footing, go again.
4 versus 3. Summer keeping the dream alive somewhat here. Scream will commit towards the B-bomb site. It should be planted, no problem at all. But there is an interesting boost coming forward. This could actually pay dividends, we'll see. Attacker has to step up here, blocked by the smoke though. He will drop down. Lovey gets the happy treatment towards top and middle, of course, watching for the flanks. I like this from ENVYUS. This is better. Not rushing the park, waiting for the teammate to come through, ascertaining information. Sixer, all has been amazing this one so far. Misses a couple of shots, but nails the last one. 12-3. Very good half on the T side of Inferno.
Very, very good. And even when it looked like it could have gone into peril and they would have lost all their money, they managed to win with pistols, so fair play. And Flash just did not get rolling, could not get any form of success in holding off. To be fair, the one round they held off successfully was Attacker getting an ace from Pit. It
Yeah,
didn't
that
even
was
seem
nice.
like they were getting enough in Banana to work with at times. We may have an extended halftime based on the fact that I can see Envy with a few headsets off, maybe just relaxing their ears. So I think they'll take the time. Perhaps it was even called by Flash to take it, like you said yesterday. We are on the Valve timeout rules, meaning there's 4 per team in each game. You can use them at any time.
30 seconds each.
30 seconds each. Coach can only talk during those timeouts. And at the half times. So that 2 minutes that they're allowed at halftime does not count as a timeout, and teams can often use it to try and get a little more of a game plan established.
Well, it's going to take a very good game plan, Map, to get back into this one, I'm afraid. They'll start with the pistol, but we'll have a look at some statistics, perhaps, and see whether we can work out where this one went wrong. It was a high-fragging affair, indeed, for ENVYUS. You can see most of them getting into double digits. It's RPK at 13 and Scream managing to get 11. But here's the matchup I wanted to look at. Sixer versus Attacker. 12 kills for Sixer, Attacker with 13. The difference in the stat there is Attacker died 13 times, Sixer just 5.
And 5 of those kills out of the 13 came in one round, obviously. They finally put some pressure toward the Pit. Remember I mentioned they were also smoking off the B apartments and then jumping out and avoiding it altogether early on. So, yeah, a bit one-sided. Happy leads the way with 19 and 7.
So that timeout at halftime will be coming to an end in a minute.
Attacker has 2 aces now. Is he the only one with an ace
In
the entire tournament so far?
No,
I was thinking about this.
Mantico aces as well.
I was trying to remember any, and I couldn't. I'm sure there has been. You're probably right. At this point, you'd expect quite a, well, not quite a few, but a few to have happened. I just couldn't bring them to mind last night when I was laying in bed.
Is that what you do when you get in bed? Just think about who
Counter-Strike.
got the aces? How old is everyone?
That's right.
Who's the youngest? Who's the oldest? Who is? I have to know.
I did all the math.
Yeah.
RPK, oddly enough, is not one of the oldest. Despite
Oh, he
being
must be
around
getting
for
on.
so
I think
long.
he's probably a year younger than me, I think.
He is
Yeah.
December 8th, 1989.
You're out of your mind.
Yeah, I knew that off the top of my head.
Yeah. He looks like one of the old boys, but he's actually, yeah, he's 28. He's been around a while, though. If you're not aware, like you might be a new viewer to CSGO, he was actually considered the best player of all time in Counter-Strike Source.
I thought you were, Henry.
Well, it's between me and him. I give it to him, though. We did go toe-to-toe many times. But the second half is live, Matthew, so I don't have to go
Humble
into
as always,
my
Henry.
haunting past. As we look at the pistol now, there will be 4 sets of armor for Flash Gaming, K's with the CZ75, and the smoke grenade. CZ cost $500, smoke 300. You do the maths. As that costs 800. There you go, for you.
Carson has started off by being very aggressive. Goes almost alone, but he's got Lovey over his shoulder. Killed it, pushed down RPK. Gets taken out. Lovey with that shot as he was watching. He realized there was noise. A trampling elephant heading his direction and takes him down quickly. Summer, therefore, has access to the arch. Will they wrap or not? Because they've got library. They've got pretty much everything. Happy's the only one at A. And he's trying to stay quiet and undetected. I think he just barely had the timing right to get past where Attacker walked out the stairwell behind him. Graveyard spotted Lovey. Double peek. Damage done. Case couldn't quite do all of the damage required, but Attacker awkwardly gets in behind Happy. He'll get the kill, down to 32. Sixers the last alive, and he'll just get chipped away at by Summer. And it's 12-4, so Flash at least pick up the pistol.
They do. That's going to be the beginning of this very difficult journey here. I assume there'll be a force buy from Team ENVYUS. There's the old Counter-Strike. I think that's the 1.5 menu we had there. As you can see, it's a bit of an Easter egg Valve put into the game in the little cupboard as you walk past.
I was right. Someone just tweeted me showing me the HLTV stats. Attacker's the only player with an ace so far.
The entire, like, any
has
sort of
2.
ace. Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
And they're 0-2.
Just to confirm, that's an ace in 1 round, correct?
An ace in 1 round. Yes, that is correct. Well, I'll let Andrews check on that and get back to you.
Perfect. Well, Bobby gets the first frag, takes down XMS. Like I said, it's likely they force buy here, which they have. CZ will come out. Deagles as well. And it looks like it's going to be a Flash Gaming round, unless this push towards middle with the flashbang in the hands of Sixer is successful. He'll flash momentarily. His teammates will all strike at the very same time. Doesn't actually come through just yet. Sixer still holds on to it. Scream jumping the gun a little bit there. There's the flashbang. Try and get the pick towards the underpass. Work out for them. Nice work by Summer. Happy, the last remaining player now. Head armor and the CZ. Summer will collect the bomb. It's Summer, isn't it? He was actually Fancy One. Completely rebranded.
That is completely correct.
Why would you do that? Do you know why?
I cannot answer that question.
It's not even like a bad.
He's allowed to change it too because he didn't previously have stickers. That sticks now. That's why Device couldn't switch to Deva, because he already had Device registered through the Valve official.
So he thought, well, it's time to rebrand. What better time to do it
than in the winter?
In the major, like the first time you got your sticker in the game. I'm just gonna change my name. And I'm gonna be sticking with it.
I guess if you're gonna do it though, if you were thinking about it before, that is when you have to do it.
Sure. Well, Force Buy doesn't work out for Team ENVYUS here. They'll be full eco. It was 12-3.5. We're looking very likely to be 12-6 now. Flash not out of it just yet. You never know, Matt. ENVYUS have been playing some catastrophic Counter-Strike this tournament, so maybe it could all fall apart. That's a big maybe, but you never know.
Ooh, okay, so that's during freeze time. So that's next round. Pre-vote for a timeout.
That is not how you call for timeouts.
Typically not.
They've used the actual, like, the matchmaking system there instead of, like...
the console commands.
Yeah, exactly.
The chat. Subsequent console
yeah, that shouldn't be happening.
So wrapped to a stack, and they've realized and killed them all, fair enough, with all 5 staying alive. But Palm was just going to A now. That could have been costly. But okay, so it was a vote because it's a technical pause.
Okay, well, there we go.
So get it done early, let the admins see it. So we'll fix it up quite quickly. Shouldn't be too long. So we take a look at RPK centered on your screen, or at least was. Remember, he was a little bit malade, I think they say. Sick.
Yes.
In this tournament. I don't mean that in the good way.
No, you could see him like resting his eyes and stuff as we got into the earlier rounds. But Matthew, we've got a bit of a treat coming up. You actually mentioned
yeah, exactly.
The guy who's the only player in the tournament so far to have aces, which is 5 kills in 1 round. It's Attacker, and we can look back at some of those glorious moments right now.
So the first was in their game yesterday against QBF. We just saw a moment ago playing against FaZe.
1 by 1, of course.
On the same map as well. Opposite side of that map, though, and it was early enough in the round, so they've actually swapped him in that particular round from A to B, because that was on the opening asset of their default, and they're both quite quick and glamorous with an M4.
Actually, lovely stuff there. Open Inferno.
It's interesting that a lot of the times you see individual highlights, it comes from the team that loses. And the reason being typically is obviously they're relying on the individual performances because they're losing the team game. So their potential to go 0-3, 0-2 right now, I won't say it's done. It's not an open and shut case at 12-6. But he's the one with the aces. Yeah, well, have you ever had an ace in Counter-Strike map? Once, in matchmaking. I think I was like Gold Nova.
Nice.
Pretty good. No, I don't know what rank it was. It was a 1v5 ace, actually. I've had a few, but that was the one I remember.
Well, Matthew, let's have a look at the tournament as its overall placements. You can see this is the Swiss format. As you can see right now, the guys with 2-0, they're doing very well. They need 1 more win to guarantee them a place in the round of 16. Then we go down to the 1-on-1s. Obviously, FaZe winning the game. They're the first team to get 2-on-1. They got the Liquid, Na'Vi, Space Soldiers, Sprout, Misfits, and Renegades. Some big names there. A lot of upset potential with the likes of Space Soldiers in there. And we'll see whether they can step up today. I think Space Soldiers are playing against Misfits. That's going to be, I think for me, that's going to be the game of the day. I think that's going to be fantastic.
That was the toughest one for me to call today in our prediction.
Yeah, me too. I went for Misfits purely because I think like Sean, he'll know how to dissect that kind of team. Sure, they've got a lot of firepower, but he'll be like completely out strategizing, I think.
Well, this is the order of the affair today. So QBF and FaZe already done. As you mentioned, FaZe picked up the win in that one quite convincingly. Currently, we're in the middle. We'll get back to it momentarily of the Flash Envy game. Then it's Misfits, Space Soldiers. That exact game comes up next. So I wouldn't want to miss that. It's not to see who goes through or who goes home, but I think it's very important that both of those teams being underdogs get to the upper side of the bracket. Then we move on a little bit later on. Vega G2, I went toward G2 today, but I had a thought if Vega played Cloud9, that might be difficult for Cloud9 to manage.
Vega is obviously sponsored by Jason O'Toole.
Yes, that's absolutely
He's
true.
gone for them again today. He thinks he can do it. He just wants to watch the world burn at this point, I think.
Well, sharks are also hairless creatures, so I can understand why he would endorse such a team. I think that, yeah, look, they're doing very well in this qualifier. They played the last major in Krakow, so hey, maybe they get through again. Against G2, though, the way the Sharks played yesterday, I can't picture it. Renegades Liquid, another tough game to call. I went Renegades on that one.
I went Renegades as well, purely because I do think Team Liquid overall are a better team, but obviously with Zeus here, they have had, I think they got a couple of teams on the ropes, so right down to 16-14 at the very opening of the tournament. But then we move on to Flipside versus Avantgarde. What do you think about that?
Well, the interesting thing is Flipside is known to always make the major. The one time that they're in the qualifier at 0-2, they're actually in the major because Valve just said, you know what, we can't have Flipside not there. Let's change everything and call it a major now. So they're still here no matter what, but they could have potential. First time ever this early on in sort of a major stage, if you will, even though it, again, is by formality still counts, that they could go out. I think Avantgarde actually has a chance in that. Flipside has been completely uninspiring to me.
They've lost Electronic and now have Seas, and Seas is probably in the worst form of his entire career towards the tail end of Na'Vi. I don't feel like he's going to be the player that gets him through the major this time. We'll find out, though, as we get back into the game, I think.
Just to touch on the last one, too, Mouse Sports, red hot after the end of the year. Couple of finals, a win in Mykonos. ECS obviously up against FaZe in the final. It was a good game as well. But Cloud9, I edge toward them even with that form. It's going to be a close game either way. That could go back and forth. Attacker versus Scream this time. So Attacker now a few more rounds under his belt than what we showed you at halftime with 14 kills. Scream just behind on 12. But the headshot percentage does lean towards Scream, not surprisingly.
Yeah, it always will, won't it? Well, Matthew, I feel like the technical issues are just being sorted out. So instead of us rambling on and making bad dad jokes before you start, I think I'm going to throw it to a break just so we can sort everything out, and we'll be back with the game between Flash Gaming and ENVYUS very shortly.
Well, things seem to be sorted, so we will get back underway. The lead doubled that. NV12, 6 only for Flash, but they're on the T side and have won the pistol. This will be their first test heading into that of the first gun round.
Absolutely, Matthew. They've gone for a bit of a bonus round here. At this point in the game, I wouldn't be aiming to save money. I'm just trying to win the round. You might want to upgrade maybe even one of those Mac 10s. A bit more firepower available. Lose the round, you're 13-6 down, and ENVYUS will be holding off a very fast approach here. Lavi coming in that Mac 10. Nothing to do about that. 6 gets the double, runs out of bullets, so that's the plight of the M4A1S. You do run out very quickly of the old ammunition, as it will be a 4 versus 3 now. K Summer, an attacker, trying to do what they can. Happy, of course. It's fragged there, both players waiting for him. 3-on-3, we did say, Map. There's still a chance ENVYUS can lose this one, especially when the pistol goes against him, but RPK is in such a fantastic position here. See him dying. All right then, well, it's going to be a 3 versus 2. Scream and XMS in the retake. Of course, XMS has got an MP9. Why not? Why
not? This will be problematic for them at this point in time as well. Kit for XMS. He's got problems trying to even get through with armor penetration. Not even applicable in that gun. I mean, ultimately not, let's be fair. And they can take it down easily. So 7 rounds now for Flash. I'm not going to get my hopes up on a comeback because I don't like to get excited too soon, but this is 5 rounds between them. If they get double digits, it's game on. And a chance to get one more as well with no money left over.
I would feel kind of empty inside if ENVYUS went out in this sort of fashion. 12-3 victory at half. And if it went down like this, like, I'm not sure we'd see these players again. But here we go then. They will be on pretty much full EQ here. They get some upgraded pistols. They definitely have the skill to win these sort of rounds. No armor, but Deagle CZs, it can be enough. Scream feeling the heat there somewhat. He will find the first frag. He might even get a double here. Summer, or he doesn't. It will be 4 versus 4 now. RPK down to 32 points of health as Summer tags him up as well. And we'll get into the 1:30 sector of the round. They have full banana control, spamming towards coffins, hoping that he will get a chance, and he will, but RPK strike and takes him down. This looks like it could be a little bit dangerous now for Flash Gaming.
Hayes, good shot. He's getting reloaded quickly and gets caught off.
Come on. You know the walls there, son.
He didn't need, well, yeah, I don't think he needed to reload either. He could have at least kept ammunition in his gun until he was in safety if he did have to fight. Attacker. Karsa attacker continuing to be sharp. Another kill. It's a 2-2-2. And gets tons of time to plant the bomb as Happy's already made his way through Arch and RPK is just behind.
Good smoke. That should win the round because now they're committed. They either have to go for the long con through the apartments, and the fact they have no kit means they pretty much have to go towards a core position. Now, nice boost though. I do like that. RPK might be able to find one kill here, but Happy's making a lot of noise. Okay, jumps up towards the quad. Time ticking away now. They need to find kills. I think the saving the rifles is to be the best bet. It might not be the most sexy way to play the round, but probably the most efficient.
Karsa in the pits. Has to deal with both angles. Happy's got him against the wall, but RPK's nowhere nearby.
Definitely not worth it. They've got plenty of money on the T side. Why is he losing that AK-47? You can't buy that. We talked about that earlier. You can't buy the AK on the CT side. And the fact he's even challenging that is blowing my mind.
Well, 12-8 in, I guess, expected fashion, despite that it did go reasonably close, but they couldn't get all the guns down. And like you said, there's plenty of money, so there's not really any need to lose your own in doing so. It's not worth it. We know Envy as well. We said it yesterday. They're not great with the money game. They're forcing all the time when they shouldn't. Giving away guns in this situation. Best economical team, but RPK will start off toward the apartment, and this time they will have weapons to work with. Sixer on the AWPKs with one of his own. T-side getting slightly more aggressive up toward the top of alt middle. Lovey's got to be careful. Good shot. Sixer, no need to peek that. No flash even.
That's bizarre. He goes around the corner of the AWP blind. No flash, no Molotov at the bottom, nothing. Just wanting to take the challenge, and that's got to be one of the weirdest challenges I've seen in quite a while. If you normally want to do that, you don't need to be flashed or Molotov in the bottom, making the terrorists uncomfortable. You can see really simple kill there for Lovey. This could still fall apart. It's actually 5-0 now in the second half. Oh, Happy picks up the AWP. He's very proficient with the weapon, so should be recovered here. Lovey holds by the broken wall. That can be spammed. If Happy went for a speculative shot there, probably takes him down. But this could be holding the corner right now, hoping to get one kill and fall back. Guaranteed that? Maybe not. Okay, he takes him down.
Calm down, Envy. Let's not get too eager. Flash is apparently in this game all of a sudden.
Summer's got the rotations, well, they have to save him. They're not even going, they're not even challenging the B-bomb side. This is looking like it could fall apart. I'm looking over there right now. The look on their faces is they're worried.
Well, this is when, as well, they start to crumble, because yesterday when they got worried, they were sloppy on cash.
Now they're losing all the weaponry as well. This is shocking.
And XMS will try and get away, but he's got people on either side of him. I can't even picture him winning this M4 into the next round.
Why is Sixer challenging that by himself? It defies sense.
I think it was a flash just before we swapped over to
Maybe,
the perspective, but either way, why is he missing the timing? Like
Yeah,
that's not the thrower of the flash's fault. Sixer's the one behind the wall in that case that can easily peek off of the flash, not the other way around. It wasn't like he was forced to peek based on a trade or anything along those lines. He just, yeah, very, very bizarre situation. XMS will get at least attacker down as well as a kill just before, but at this point they're in vain. He does keep the M4 for it, so I guess there's some merit, but the round gone.
This is the pick.
So there's the flash.
Yeah.
Okay, so the flash actually caught Sixer as well, but he doesn't need to peek in the back of it. If he's caught by it, why bother? Write it off. It's already messed up.
That was quite nice from K. He did like a little crouch and baited out the shot and then just took down happy. Here's the scores for you. We'll have a look at the very top fraggers. It's Summer with 21 kills. At the top of the charts for ENVYUS is Happy with 20. The very bottom will be XMS with 11. The bottom of Flash Gaming, it's Casa with 5 to 14.
ENVYUS got problems now. Back on pistols with the exception of the one gun carried over. XMS the one with, they're not surprising that they'll utilize a timeout now. So XMS on your left, Sixer in the middle.
Are you worried at this point now?
I'm getting concerned, if I'm completely honest. I mean, this is... It was the CT side on Cash that blew my mind as well, because they don't work off each other. Yesterday on Cash, they were playing in the middle of the site, almost killing each other half the time, tripping over flashes and Molotovs, no cohesion at all on the defensive side. And the same thing here. Sixer goes out, mistiming a flash, gets taken down immediately.
12 to 9, and presumably 12 to 10, and that's when the sweat starts to ensue. Double digits, and they haven't posted a single CT round as of yet. These are some of the biggest names in CSGO, up against the weakest team in the tournament, who were brought in last minute to replace Tyloo Gaming. RPK trying to get this frag, which he does. There's another chance to win this one. That's a much better flashbang. That's what we want to see. That's the cohesion you need to make that kind of pick that they didn't have before with the weaponry. 5 on 3. They've managed to at least get something positive going in their favor. 55 seconds remaining, though. You've got to win this round now, Envy. This is on a silver platter for you. RPK with the AK-47, XMS burning alive there, but stays on this for now. 40 seconds remaining, and I don't see how Flash get into this one. In terms of utility, they've got smokes and flashbangs, but no map control whatsoever. Actually all the way back in T-spawn right now. What's the play here? They're leaving the bomb at B, and I think they're looking for any players pushing second, middle, apartments, and will send Summer up towards middle, I believe. He's going in the arch position. He's just trying to find frags, making a lot of noise. Happy almost certainly kills him. Maybe not. Here we go then. And this could be the beginning of the end of the round. It's going to be one player defending, and it will be a victory for ENVYUS, and fist bumps come through. Yeah, much needed.
So it gets them 3 away, 13. The end is in sight. Hasn't been comfortable getting there. The money's still great for Flash as well, which means they actually have a chance to send Envy back onto pistols quite quickly. There's money built up, mind you, for RPK. He's done well in this situation.
They want a partial buy there, right? So they're going to have a lot of money to work with, the upgraded AK-47. So they won't be in the worst position in the world if they lose this round, but it'll be the best.
Yeah, both teams actually will be in similar situations if Flash lose this. It would take one more round to knock them down completely, but it would also mean that we could get to 15 at that point. Maybe on the eco. In doing so. Extremely important round for Flash if they want to make this comeback a reality. Lovey will work together with Carcer to try and take over the apartments. Attacker's already cleared from Boiler. Lovey will now take over the stairs instead from him. So they want to overcommit at this point in time to the A side. XMS is inside of the A with RPK at pit. So they've got a crossfire set to watch quad side Scream there as well. Scream waiting behind the pillar, hoping not to be seen. Mistiming on the flash, he's exposed himself all too easily. XMS does at least get the trade, but another misthrown flash from RPK. Thankfully, XMS gets his vision back in time, and Happy will strike when they least expect it. Summer responds, but not for long. Sixers got him down, and RPK's got the round.
That should be it now. Hopefully, ENVYUS have done enough to close this game out 14-9. Sixer and RPK will survive their good work from the pit. Their money's in a good position, but they haven't broken Flash down just yet. 14 rounds, 2 more will do it. AK-47's come out, and K's with the AWP. They have played very well on the T side after getting battered 12-3 in the first half. ENVYUS. Put 6-0 on the AWP once again. Have a look at the initial setup here. Scream heads towards the top of middle. 4 in hand this time. Pushes out. Nades come in. Just to push those T's back, and that could be K's burning there. The flames just about avoid him.
He gets lucky. Usually that's going to spread that extra little distance. In a world of trouble, he just barely gets out of the vision of Sixer. Fades through the smoke. Last chance for Flash. They lose this, like I said, it's 15 for ENVYUS, and no money for them to work with. It would be a 3rd round loss bonus. So a bomb plant could negate that, but even then it's desperate.
Carson smoking towards the arch side there. Sixer with the first frag. Homing in on match point here. Just to reiterate, whoever loses this map is going home. Scream got players in front of him. Good flashbangs used, and Lovey on the pallet right now. And Scream surely goes down, but he actually manages to transfer the attack and find almost 3 kills. 3 versus 2 now. We have 1 player towards the pit, and Happy in the garbage position, top of middle. This is pretty much for the game. If ENVYUS do this, there'll be no money left in the Flash gaming side. Happy smoked out of position, spams some bullets and changes. Falls back to the defensive line of the arch.
Sixer behind barrels on an AWP with clear vision down Banana. Double peek, they want to trade. How does he not? I thought he hit that. Summer just wrecks him cleanly, and now that's going to open up B site. Rotation desperately in play from Happy, but he's not quite in position. The smoke's down as well.
Ooh, good. Center.
Does
Well
good
read.
damage.
Good Lord.
That does a lot more damage
Yeah.
than I thought. I thought he'd get away with about 50 or just above, but he gets 36 HP, and that gives a big opportunity to Envy. 2 Molotovs, as you point out, for both Summer and Attacker to work with.
Absolutely. So they just want to try and stay alive, delay things as long as possible. Drop a Molotov maybe about now, I would say, and see if they can hold them at bay here. Good shot by Attacker. Happy left in a 2 versus 1. Definitely get that Molotov down. Now it might not even matter. Attacker keeps the dream alive after losing those first big kills towards the top of middle. It's all down to Sixer once again, Matt. He misses a really vital shot in the up-close position at the barrels of Banana.
Just want to point out, Summer and Attacker have 24 and 23. They lead the way over everyone, but they're making up for a bit of dead weight. Karsa only has 6 kills in this whole game.
Very quiet team. They're right in front of us, and we don't hear any sort of shouts when they win around. It's a very quiet affair. It's focused on winning the game, which they still can do. It's an eco for Team ENVYUS.
So we are far from done. You're right, we've heard much more from ENVYUS, who are on the far side of the room.
They've just got to keep their morale up at this point, haven't they? So their money should be okay. So they take an eco here just to make sure they hedge their bets. They're going to have about 3K, some even 5K on RPK. They just want to make sure they have a full buy here in the first game.
I'll point out that in the first half, when Envy was forced onto an eco and won the round to make it 11-3 and then 12-3, as opposed to potentially going down 10-5, that could be the difference in this game. So you take those 2 rounds away, you win the anti-eco, and we're 12-12. Based on math, I know it's all hypothetical, but just to give you an example of how an early round can come back to haunt you. Slow start for Flash, but they're taking advantage now. Attacker already close to the B site, will be the first to go in. Lovey's just behind, not exactly trade potential towards Scream. A great shot on the Deagle. RPK's gonna be a pest as well toward Karsa. Karsa's gotta get those kills. We just pointed out he's been struggling to do so. To lose that battle against a CZ at that range as well, that's a massive problem, because now it's the advantage to Envy, but K's new Scream was in the site, will run him down.
Ooh, open plant. That's brave. RPK did have a slight chance to deny the plant, but now a 2-on-2. Sixer Had some difficult rounds in this game so far, but looking for match point. The spray down comes towards new boxes. Needs to do a ton of damage. AK ready the AWP, can't hit the shot. Goes down at 34. Can Sixer do this? Happy joining him now. Good job, 1 versus 1. Happy has to be the savior, but he can't do it, man. Once again, it gets even more uncomfortable. 1 versus 1 to find match point. They can't do it, but ENVYUS still with their heads held high. They go for the fist bumps. They know that was an eco, and they made things difficult. If they can just win one of these rounds, we'll fully break Flash Gaming, and they'll be on match point. One more to guarantee overtime would be just be a sigh of relief at this point.
I'm wondering what's on the ground right now in T-Spawn as well, because their money has been whittled down. Okay, so AKs have just been thrown over. Summer needs to buy armor, please don't forget. Sitting with 3,300, but hasn't done that yet. Why do I have the feeling he's going to?
It's got one of those feelings.
Oh, man, please buy the armor. Summer? All right, we're in a pause, so perhaps he'll do it immediately after. He just get it off in time. They threw the AKs around that I hadn't seen him buy it yet. I was getting a little worried, but
he still hasn't. You can buy in freeze time. So, I mean pause time. 3,300 residual. If he forgets to buy armor mat, this will be one for the history books.
He hasn't bought nades or anything though, so I think
so
he'll probably remember. If he bought nades and didn't have the armor, then I would be like, whoa, okay, he just forgot entirely.
Whoa, now. It's getting close. He still hasn't bought anything.
So Sixer,
last second.
So Sixer's gone to the AWP again. Karsa, again, I've got to point it out, losing that shot in middle to do that, and it's Lovey left on a MAC-10. Karsa as well, just on the Galil. So better weaponry for Envy to work with. As you mentioned, they were sitting back on the partial buy last round and took well advantage of it by breaking down the economy flash. It's Karsa to hold off boiler window. He continues to get toward the top of alt mid. It's not normally a place you see it early in the round for the T side. Down by attacker. 1 HP. Gets away with it. 1 HP and Scream goes looking. Karsa, about time, steps up, takes down Scream as well. He'll upgrade to an M4, and they've got 2 kills. Make that 3 kills. What is more than Envy? Sixer's gone over at B. The defense are panicking. They're entirely split. One on either site. Bomb's going to head to B.
Desperate spray there from Happy. Down he goes, man. This is falling apart. They had MAC-10s and Galils into this round, and Flash Gaming completely mopped the floor of Team ENVYUS. Summer with the final kill there. Surely this isn't happening. I can't believe it. That's going to be 3rd stage loss bonus. Another eco for Team ENVYUS here. Looking down the barrel of 13 to 14. Oh my goodness.
How do you fall apart from a 12-3 T-side half on Inferno? As you say, that would be the most spectacular way to get knocked out of this event. And Flash, the team that wasn't even supposed to be here, the one to do it as well. Done yet. Pistols only for Envy. Just needs to continue to be disciplined and win the duels. Attacker to be the one naturally to go on the attack. Not just saying that for the pun, because he's been remarkable in this half. Super as well. So Happy with a Deagle. We've seen him in this position before. With a Deagle, we know what he's capable of. Tries to go for the free fire on corner, but can't find it. Attacker's well aware that he's there, but wants to slip in and see what else is going on the B side. And it is a bit of a stack. 3 players with Oranges 1 and Oranges 2 occupied. In fact, Oranges 1 stacked, excuse me, as XMS is also in that corner. Summer's got to be careful. Attacker finds the first kill, but doesn't know that they still have XMS in the corner. They're trying to find him. Summer luckily gets to him, but Happy does find one. That's the bomb. Oh, he tags up Summer as well. 14 HP. This is far from done.
Absolutely. 3 versus 3, and Flash Gaming are floundering. 50 seconds remaining. RPK dodging the bullets there. It looks like Sixer might get one. It's actually going to be Happy. Now it's the 2 versus 1. Karsa rotating in, hits the shot. 1 versus 1 with the in-game leader once again. Happy makes his way towards the bomb site. Tucks himself in, finds the AK-47. Karsa seems to know where he could be. Can he find the killing blow? He can! 13 to 14. My goodness.
Talk about a time to step up for Karsa.
Yeah, that's his 9th kill of the game.
He's gotten 2 that round, 1 the previous. He was on 6 until recently, well behind everybody else, but what a clutch. A 2 versus 1, and there you go. ENVYUS led 12-3 at half. They get denied map point for the 2nd time. It was a 1v1 before, this time at 2v1, and they still can't close it. And Flash has full control. Guns back for Envy.
They can't get tilted here. They need to keep their heads in the game. They still have the lead, but Good Lord, there's been some close rounds here. This is it now. We go into the very last stages. Round number 28. It was 12-3 a half. How has this gone down? The weakest team in the tournament that shouldn't even be here. They brought in last minute to replace Tai Lu.
Lovey got caught that time. He sat in the corner a few times and got away with it, but this time it spread far enough and the smoke didn't extinguish it right away, so it's back, but he's certainly limping. Kays, again, loves this position. Don't know that he's even gotten a kill from it early on, if I'm honest, but he certainly likes to get there in case they go aggressive in top mid. For now, the aggression will resume on Banana. Send Lovey first, 37. Get the information off of him at the very least.
Well. Surely it doesn't go to 14-14. I don't think my heart could handle it. 6 AWP, that really hasn't been doing much in the second half.
But aggressive position, and Happy has the option to drop off the flower pot boost. If he can bait them in with one shot, they can pull them back. They go for the smoke instead. He's going to play passive deep in the site with an op at emo.
So Kays waits for 3 or 4 seconds there, pulls the trigger towards CT spawn, hoping the AWP comes and investigates. That doesn't happen. Now looking towards that boost. Similar sort of story. 30 seconds remaining. This will be the first wall of smokes, I'd imagine, towards the B bomb site. Smoking towards coffins. CT spawn, Molotovs in. Doesn't know that they have the Molotovs. This could be a very basic play here. They're going to check boost, surely. Happy now ready and waiting. Summer, is he sneaking through?
Happy, I think, heard him, or maybe just spotted him. He's still got the position, though. Bomb goes down. Sixer was a problem. They went tunnel vision toward him, and it's given Scream a chance on the flank. XMS there as well. All to attacker. Everyone is bleeding.
9 seconds.
And 9 seconds is a problem. They're backing off and they know it. Bomb's not going to be planted. Attacker needs to get both kills. As soon as he even gets the one, the second player Scream would fall back, but it is map point finally for Envy. 15-13. Flash is not done. They've got money enough for guns.
Need both rounds here to force overtime. Pressure starting to mount. 25 kills for Happy Casa. 19 deaths as well. He did manage to take down Happy in that 1 versus 1. And we'll see if they can do this. We get to overtime. We've definitely got one of the most interesting games of the tournament so far. I still feel like ENVYUS is going to do this before it gets to overtime. It hasn't been their best game. It's still not looking promising. They make it to the round of 16, but they should still do this. I say that with very bated breath. If they lose this round map, they'll actually be fully reset. This round pretty much decides if it goes to overtime. They'll have nothing to work with in round number 30.
What a game. What a comeback. I wrote Flash off after the first half. I'm not going to lie to you.
12-3.
CT sides for ENVYUS have shockingly been
woeful.
No problem, yeah, absolutely. Good word for it. RPK, just the FAMAS. Summer yet to buy, but has 4,300. Could easily jump in on this with an AK.
Just to know as well, where's Screamy in this tournament? Just nothing.
I think he sat over there, but
well, yeah, he
don't know if he's on the right server.
Yeah, it's remarkable what a fall from grace he's had. 19 kills total, 22 deaths. But still looking to close things out, AK in hand.
It's the second highest fragger, but it's the impact of the frags that's lacking.
It's just like, against Flash Gaming, he should be ravishing this sort of opponent. He should be absolutely bullying them, knocking them out of the server. 16-2. Just nothing. This is such a weak ENVYUS.
Correction. I see RPK at 21, but you get the point. You're right, he's certainly not. The same dominance you would expect. Happy Sixer, they'll play beat. Again, they'll play it with inside of the site. That worked for them last time.
Look how tentative ENVYUS are. They've lost that flair. They know if this round goes against them.
This is going to be A as well. Flash has gone B so many times that it finally got shut down. They're going to try and hit A hard. Problem is they've smoked off the arch. They went quad. Flash timing is good, but Scream's not in position. He gets there now. No trade potential, and when they do go, Scream finally steps up. He wants attacker as well, but he'll go down. An attacker with 2 equally as good and 2 HP, mind you. But it's just RPK inside of pit.
Oh, he is alone as well. The doors have been locked, the smokes have been deployed. Summer, if he hits this shot, it could be round done. RPK got a lot of pressure on his shoulders. The flash is great. RPK steps up, that should be it. 3 versus 1, attacker can't do it. And finally, ENVYUS post a victory here. It's not the cleanest, it's not the best, it's not impressive, but they get it done just about there. It looked like it was going to go overtime for a second.
And resilience to Flash.